Hi, and welcome KCIW listeners at 100.7 FM or online at kciw.org, Brookings, Oregon. Hi to our syndicated listeners at KZZH 96.7 FM Access Humboldt, Eureka. That's thanks to Nate Dogg. And special welcome to our listeners over at KSKQ 89.5 FM Ashland and 94.1 FM Medford. Thanks to Jeff. So this is Joyously Free Radio with me, Joni Lindenmeyer, the best-selling author of None Better, an amazing love story, and co-author of Joyously Free and Healing Religious Hurts. I'm so glad that you are tuning in today. I'm a resident of Harbor, Oregon, a retired high school teacher, a recent author, and with friend and film producer Michael Gorse, created a short film called Wowzer. More information coming on that, but wow, is it a good one. But most of all, I love life and love being the producer of this show, Joyously Free, the Radio Gadio Show, so named by my friends Will and Viv. This show talks about LGBTQ plus stories and tips, along with religion, church, faith, spirituality, and joy. Simply said, the purpose of the show is to share, to radiate and spread abundant joy and freedom, hence the title, Joyously Free, which happens to also be my second book, co-authored with Elizabeth Ann Atkins of Two Sisters Writing. So in this Radio Gadio show today, just as in life, there's no hate speech. There's no hate behaviors, and there's no bullying. It will be blasted with what I call the 3 C's: courage, confidence, and collaboration. It's together that we can sparkle and seek understanding, to think out of the box, or no boxes at all, to be open-minded as an open parachute. So let's begin with our daily salutation. I'll say it's a brand new day, and if you would please respond with, it's never been lived before. All right, listeners, and our special guest who's sitting right over here with sparkly eyes. Are we ready? Let's start the day off right. It's a brand new day.
It's never been lived before.
Yes, 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 yes. You know that Carol and I said that every day, every morning for 40 years, and that's how we really, really begin every single new day. And we also begin it by, of course, praying. So let's open our hearts as we ask the divine to shine light on our community and our world. I excitedly believe in hope, in the power of the spiritual, and that Jesus, God's Spirit, whatever name you put on a higher being, is always with me and always with you. So be not afraid or troubled, saddened or depressed. Joy and peace are an internal expression of that love and harmony that's already within us. We only have to reach deep within and let it out. And that reminds me, I received a text the other day, and there were 2 comments. One was, be peaceful, and the other one was, become peace. So I'm going to throw that in there too. So let's center ourselves. Take a deep breath in with the good and out with doubt. Again, breathe in through your nose with hope and out from your mouth with fears. Last one, take a big deep breath in with joy and out with worry or despair. In the name of Mother Earth, Creator God, Jesus, Redeemer, the blowing winds of the Holy Spirit, we say hi, hi love, hi light, hi Jesus, hi Spirit. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful day. Well, today I chose a really, really simple psalm. It's just a one-liner. It's Psalm 4, verse 2, if you're following along in a Bible. But it's really simple, and it just really hit me today. And it says, Lord, let your face shine on us. I'm going to repeat that. Lord, let your face shine on us. And when I read that, all I could think about was smile big. Our face can exude whatever we want it to exude. We get to choose how we respond in our facial expressions, our actions, our words. We get to choose that. And hopefully, Lord, let your face shine on us, and we're going to let the world know that you're in there in this world right now because of us. That's the bottom line. You're always here, Lord. You're always here. Well, I hope that these short reflections have touched you. Let's lift up our friends and our family. May we always find your guidance and your healing, Lord. We thank you for being here. We thank you for blessing us to do your will every single day. Amen. 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 So it is my pleasure and honor to introduce you all to a new friend who has just knocked the socks off of this area on the coast, as well as in my life and many other people's lives around here. Let me introduce you to Brian Green. Hi, Brian.
Hi there. Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, Brian, he's going to talk about a couple things. One is he has a great career as a barber. That's one. And then he's also a beautiful, loving, gay married man to Aaron. And so we're going to talk about several things today, all sort of interconnected, I think is the way we're going to go. It's a chit-chat. It's a chit-chat. And I know that your life is filled with joyously free moments. So throw a bunch of those in there, and we want to hear your stories. So Brian, take us back to how you and I met.
So we met here in Brookings at Pride. Aaron and I had just moved here from Montana. We've only been here, right about 4 months now. And we were like, okay, we have to check out Pride and obviously support the community. And so we went to Pride. My brother-in-law was in town. He's also gay and came from Montana. And we came to see you and everyone at the Pride Festival. And then, of course, just you and your energy, you pulled us in and we started looking at your book, and next thing you know, here we are. We're wonderful friends already. And
there we go.
Such a blessing. Such a blessing.
Thank you. And kindred souls.
Yes.
Have you ever had that happen, listeners, where all of a sudden you meet somebody and you're just connected? Well, that's Brian and myself and Aaron, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. So, meanwhile, how do you like living on the coast? You've only been here for a little bit.
Oh, my goodness. We love it. We absolutely love it. Everyone has been very welcoming, first and foremost. And then the area, how can you not love it? It is just so beautiful, perfect climate. And everything's been really good to us, and the universe provided for sure.
Great. And do you have any favorite places that you like to go, whether it's nature or restaurants or events?
All of the above. We love them all. We have not, everything that we've had food-wise has been amazing. I would say my favorite place to go is Cape Ferrelo. I love being above the ocean and then just seeing, the fog and things of that nature. And of course, the eagles flying. It's just really beautiful up there, as long as it's not too windy.
There you go. Well, and so diverse compared to Missoula?
Yes. Missoula is a gorgeous place. It is an absolutely gorgeous place. But, there are summers that's filled with smoke. And then, of course, winters that are pretty harsh and you can't get out much. So you have a very short window of time to do things outdoors. And we just felt it was right for us to be in a place that we can spread our wings and we can just live as we're meant to. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's go to your past first.
Okay.
Where did you grow up? Tell us a little bit about that background and then keep moving in here.
So I'm originally from South Carolina. I grew up there in a really small town of 1,200 people.
Wow.
Yep. And I went to high school there, obviously, and then I moved on to college in South Carolina. I went to a junior Baptist college. My studies was ministry.
Oh.
And then also I wanted to be a vocal performance major. So I had a double major. And then I got offered the opportunity to travel singing my second year of college. And I decided to take that. So I started traveling missionary work with a group called the Celebrant Singers. And then I did that, traveled to many different places, got to experience all 50 states, got to go overseas. We went to Venezuela, Ecuador, Australia, and just got to minister to folks. So that I did for a while, and then I continued on with my music. And of course, I did some more studies back in South Carolina. And then I got into property management, of all things.
Okay.
You have to pay the bills even as a musician.
Yes.
Sometimes you can't just go that route. But I was very blessed to have found this property management position. I did that for 17 years.
Oh.
And I continued to do my music, write music, and of course sing as as things come up, and I would sing at my church and things like that. Fast forward to now, I am a barber. I've been a barber for the past 6 years. I decided to get into that late in life. My grandfather was a barber,
Oh,
and it was actually 2020.
okay.
And I was like, everyone pretty much was having to either reinvent themselves or coming up with something, different to do because of the situation.
Right.
And I decided I can cut hair. Why don't I go into this?
Uh-huh.
So I'd always had the passion for it, but I never really tapped into it. And I bit the bullet. I prayed about it, and I said, if this is meant to happen, let it happen. I called several schools. None of them had openings at the time. I got a phone call an hour later from Aveda, and they said that they had someone just quit.
Oh,
So I was able to get into that class literally that week. So I was like, okay, this was meant to be.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it all happened very naturally, and I just love what I do. I love what I do. I love helping people. You never know if people are what they're going through as they walk through the door and what the purpose of, the service is for. So,
And it is a service, isn't it?
It is a service. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people are getting prepped up for a wedding, or they're for a funeral, or for anything in life.
Feeling
And
good about themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I've always had a passion for helping other people. And this allowed me that opportunity to do so.
Wow, very cool. And you're a barber in town?
I am a barber in town.
Okay.
I am at Wild Hair Barber and Tattoo, right across from Les Schwab, up on the hill, and Suite A. And I've been there since we moved.
Okay.
It was actually part of the reason why we moved, because the opportunity was available. And everything just lined up perfectly. And we said, hey, if this is going to happen, let's see how it goes. And here we are.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think of a barber, I think the old stigma was that it was for men only.
Yeah.
And I'm just guessing that it doesn't matter what a
No.
person's gender or...
No,
Talk to us about
absolutely
that.
not. No, doors are open to everyone. The only thing I tell folks is I don't do, we try to stay away from layers, and then of course like blowouts and things like you will find at a salon, color. But the door is open for everyone,
Awesome.
anyone and everyone who wants to come. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Okay. And you just said it's Wild Hair across
Wild
from
Hair.
Les Schwab.
that is
And
correct.
there's where you are.
Yep.
Okay. How does that fit in with your gay life as a barber? I think this is so cool.
Well, I honestly don't think about that. It's as far as being a gay barber, I don't think about. I mean, the people that sit in my chair are all welcome, and then we have the conversation. I talk about Aaron very openly and easily, and it's a very natural situation. But it fits in nicely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the way every business should be.
It
It's just the
should
way
be,
I look
absolutely.
at it.
Yeah.
But especially when you have a service that you're offering and you're touching somebody and you're listening to them
Yeah.
and there's dialogue constantly going back and forth. And
Right.
it's spa day. I always think of when you go to get my hair done or my nails, it's like spa day,
It really is. It is about pampering yourself and taking care of yourself.
Yes. And so important
And we
these
all need
days.
that.
We all need that.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. So speaking of needs, tell me, you told me before, I loved your story of you and Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Will you get into a couple stories with you and Aaron?
I sure can. You want me to tell you the proposal?
Maybe how you met? How old were you?
So we met.
This is a Gadio show too, so anything you want
Yeah.
to throw out there is
Okay.
all good.
So we met when I was living in Denver. He was living in Vancouver, Washington. I was going through a situation, and we had mutual friends. And I guess the short end of it is that I was highly attracted to him as soon as I saw the photos, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I'd say about 2 months goes by of us, being on Facebook together. And then he messaged me one day, and then I was like, I got all giddy and all excited, and I think he did as well. And we come to find out that we both are huge into sports. We love sports. We love many of the same things. We had the same tattoo on our right arm before
Seriously?
we met. Mm-hmm.
Before you met.
Before we met. And there was just a lot of similarities. And one thing led to another. We would meet. We kept the long distance going for a while. And then we would meet up for football games. And one thing led to another. And here we are. As far as the proposal, he proposed to me, and then I proposed to him. It was a double proposal.
At the same time?
Yes. We had a friend that was in the middle that was kind of conversing back and forth. He was hiding things. He kept a secret. I wanted to propose to Aaron as he did with me. And we went to a concert out at the Gorge. And then Aaron, he proposed to me before I did. He beat me to the punch in front of thousands of people. And then everyone started cheering. And then I turned and proposed to him at the same time. And then they cheered again. And then people bought us champagne. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So we had already secretly bought the rings months before.
So you had bought his ring before.
I did.
He had bought your ring before, secretly.
Yes.
Oh, how awesome.
Yeah. So it was destined, and it was meant for us to be together.
And when's your wedding anniversary?
August the 25th.
August the 25th. Okay.
August the 25th.
And we're going on how many years now?
It'll be 6 years coming here soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Very cool. And what about your family? What'd your family say about all this?
Well, unfortunately, most of my family has passed. When I was younger, not to go the dark route after talking about something so joyous, but my mother was unfortunately murdered when I was 14.
Oh.
And so I was raised by my grandparents.
Okay.
And at about 16 years ago, they both passed. So none of my family has been part of that, that process. And that's okay. It does. Obviously, I would love for them to be there, but his family has been so incredibly supportive through this whole process. Mm-hmm. So, and very embracing from day one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So besides Aaron, you have a new family.
I have a new family.
You have a new family.
I mean, nothing will ever replace my family, obviously.
Absolutely.
But having that support of chosen family and then his family has been tremendous.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And you just mentioned the dark side and then the joyous side. We all have our dark sides.
Yes,
and I think, isn't that what also brings on the greatest joys?
It really does.
It really
does, But it's allowed, those dark sides have also helped me to be where I am today. They have picked me up and they have led me to where I am as a barber with my career and as I am as a person,
How did you deal with all that?
For me, it was, church was my safe haven growing up. I was, obviously I was very, very involved in the church. When things got really bad at home, I actually would run away and go to church and sleep on the pews.
Oh, wow.
And I was surrounded by faith, and my faith grew stronger and stronger through that. So personally, those are the things that helped me get through that. And then, of course, the chosen family members that I had in my life that I could turn to and that would provide that support for me.
Mm-hmm. So and you had your music.
And I had my music, exactly.
And I think those sort of go together, the faith and the music.
Oh yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Oh yeah, totally. I think everyone's spiritual journeys are different. Obviously, and everyone's journey in life is different. But for me, when I listen to music, it's a very spiritual. It hits me, in my soul, and I think that's just very much like someone's faith. They believe very deeply, and so they go hand in hand, big time.
And I haven't heard you sing yet, but you can belt anything out anytime.
Maybe one of these days.
Maybe one of these days.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Okay.
Other than the house and the shower and
right.
In the car, of course.
Your private timer, Aaron, might even give him a couple solos every now and then.
I might, every once in a while.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, my God. What a life you've had and what a past you've had. And so now here you are presently in Brookings with a new chapter with your honey and a new career, new job, new friends, new people. And I bet you Aaron's family's going to be coming to visit here because you guys are just so lovely. Is that true?
They will be here in just a few weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. And they're from Missoula?
They are from Missoula. Well, originally from like New York and the other areas, but they've lived in Missoula for, 50 years, I think. 40, 50 years.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Along your journey, I don't want to keep going to the past, but you mentioned sports, that's a big thing for you and for Aaron. Talk to me about that. Are you an athlete, a former athlete, or tell me about all that sports-connected stuff.
Okay. So, yes, I played every sport that I could imaginable. I played, well, that I could, obviously, at school, but I played football, I played basketball, played baseball, softball. I mean, I played it all, but the one that I really, really took to was basketball.
Oh.
So I did I played high school and college, and I love basketball, and to this day still watch it religiously, and of course football as well. That's kind of a big go-to for us. We love college sports over professional.
Okay.
Just there's an excitement there that is, people are getting ready for that next step in life. And it's so, for me personally, I think it's just so cool to see that, see these young athletes develop and grow into who they are,
right?
As an adult. So.
And you're talking a lot of team sports there, too.
Absolutely.
So that team sportsmanship,
team building,
the camaraderie.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome to the rural area. You're going to have fun at Brookings Harbor High School with their football and basketball and the women's basketball as well as the men's.
Yes.
And then we have Gold Beach up the road, and we have Del Norte down to the south. So a lot of rural, what do I want to say, commitment from the community that supports it. Amazingly.
We look forward to that because we're walking distance to the high school, so we're gonna support the community as much as we possibly can with that. So
that's awesome. Who knows? You might be doing all the barbership stuff for all the athletes.
I would love to.
There you go.
I already have a few coaches, so
you never know.
Looking forward to that.
Yes, for sure, for sure. You have had such an incredible life so far.
Oh,
what are you thinking for the future? Are you even going there? Are you just so settling into the present? Tell me about some of those hopes and dreams you might have.
Oh my goodness! Every day I wake up, I take on the day just feeling so blessed, first and foremost, that I have the opportunity to be here on this beautiful earth, and I personally, I think for the future, I would love to do more. We have 2 businesses outside of barbering. I want to focus on those, in the coming days. Right now it's barbering because, we just moved here trying to build that first, one step at a time, I guess. But as far as the future, I want to do more outreach work, and I would love to share my stories and my passion with folks in those areas, especially youth. That's always been. When I was growing up, because I went through what I did, it's always been a passion of mine, is to help young people, especially in the LGBTQ plus, especially in the LGBTQ plus community. And I would love to be able to support and provide a light to those who are in need and who are maybe going through those same things.
Right.
So whatever that means, whether it be with the businesses or whether it be with writing a book or whether it be doing this or doing that, or, I want to be very involved.
Right on. And it sounds like you're open to how that might happen.
Oh, I'm so open.
Right
Absolutely.
on. Right on. Well, and there's so many facets of our great Southern Oregon coast here that you can connect with, from Southern Oregon Coast Pride to the schools to light. I mean, there are just so many facets.
Yes.
So many facets. Yes. And I can see the 2 of you getting involved in a lot of that.
Yeah.
In a lot of that.
Yeah. And I even thought about doing a mobile barbering setup where I can actually go into like the LGBTQ plus communities and think people who may not have the outlet to be or feel comfortable being out,
right?
And give them a safe space to go and have a service done.
Right.
So I'm thinking of that as well.
Right on. You're going to need to get a hold of Jaden and Carolina and Laura, and then add Sarah in there, and I can start giving you some other names and people and whatever. But that would be so awesome. Yeah. That would be so awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this has gone by so fast. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? Is there anything else that you would like to say to the listeners out there regarding being a married gay man and or your joyous moments.
Yeah, I just encourage everyone to continue focusing on your joy, each and every day that you're given, because we're all given that, and I think that it's just a matter of tapping into it. And we're given that by the simple fact that we wake up. And I think that just keep living your life in a very positive manner, and just keep loving with your arms open.
I love it.
Yeah.
Joy, positivity, love, and keep your arms open.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Brian, thank you for being on the show. That has just been awesome, just having a chit chat with you. And listeners, we want to thank you for tuning in today. From those of you that are here in Brookings, Oregon area, Northern California, over in the Rogue Valley, we hope that you've been inspired, challenged, and you've just enjoyed the stories and tips from Brian today. He has just been really, really casual about everything, and I think that you've probably picked that up. We also I want to give you high tens or high fives. I'll lean over past the microphone here. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. From the top of my heart, I want to thank the KCIW team, Mike Gorse on sound. We have Tom Bozak, Candace, and Rose. They are all the people that make this happen. And there's more people that do that, too. We want to thank, of course, the syndicated places of KZZH and KSKQ. I want to thank the sponsors for the show, Steve Van Cleve, Sally and Todd Roy, and I hear that Doris Westerby is going to be coming on for that, and then also Greg Janke. So those are other sponsors of the show. We want to just thank you for being here, and we always want to end our show by saying, have a great day, but smile big and wear bright colors. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.